Okay, here's an update on my progress trying to keep my Venture from popping when I let off the throttle through the exhaust. All right, I made this copper end cap. I think it's 1/2 inch. Regular plumbing cap, probably get one for $1 or 50 cents at Home Depot. And I flared the end by sticking a small wrench, like a 13mm wrench, box end up in a vise, and I tapped this, and I kept rotating it as I tapped to make the end bell-shaped so it doesn't fall into this hole. This is the device, part of the device that makes that popping. This is the front piece. Now, people say you need to take the oil filter off to get access to this. I did it another way. That piece goes right here on this bracket. There's the oil filter. There's the hose. I just took these 2 screws out. They're hex head. And I took them out and undid the clamp, pulled the hose off of this snorkel here, and that was pretty simple. I didn't have to pull the oil filter off. When I did this 3 days ago, or last week, I did pull the oil filter, and you don't lose much oil. I'm going to say 200 cc's. It doesn't empty the crankcase. It just I put a little cottage cheese container under here, and I bet you I only got that much oil to come out, and that was dumping the oil filter in there. So 2 screws and 1 squeeze clamp here to get this off, to be able to plug it. Now I put taper on there, friction tape. Let me go over to my vise to show you what I did. Okay, here's one of the copper things I'm talking about. This is just a end cap in copper plumbing. I'm not a plumber, but I do my own plumbing. I was an HVAC guy, but that's a different thing. We braze HVAC now. Anyway, this end would just fall into that piece if I put this in there, so I had to flare the end. And the way I did that was I put a box wrench in the vise, and then I tapped while I slowly rotated this, and I got it to expand and flare out into a bell shape. And you can see that in this piece. See how it's bell shaped? I put tape on it to act like a gasket, because it did not work when it didn't have any tape on it like a gasket. I don't know how the air would get past it, but it must have been getting past. Anyway, I started with one of these, and I flared it out by tapping it as I rotated it, put tape on it, and it fits in there pretty well. Now I'm going to try it. I had to make 2 of these. One for the back on that pump device. Okay, here it is. Right there by the shock. Alright. Now this will go in this hole right here. Then I'll put the hose back on. Same in the front. I took it down so I can put this plug in there, then put the hose on, put the clamp on, then put the 2 screws in the side, and I'll be done. Then I'll take it out for a spin and see if I have eliminated that off throttle popping. If this doesn't work, I'll try something else. Anyway, that's where I'm at right now. I'll see you